Tough Mudder. I usually do one every year, but I didn't get to do one last year.
It's crazy that you think we know what that means.
Yeah.
It's you ever hear of the Spartan race?
No.
No.
Okay, so Tough Mudder is essentially just a 10-mile, 26-course obstacle course. So it's 26 obstacles over 10 miles, and you're like crawling through barbed wire and all that kind of stuff.
Huh?
Yeah, you like crawl under barbed wire. You're doing all these like insane obstacles and climbing.
What is the
towers.
reason?
All right, Terry Funk.
I don't know. It's
That was rude.
It'd been like 30 seconds, so I figured
it's what he does.
And I wanted to do it as rudely as possible.
That's what we do to Sai literally every week.
Oh, hey there, kiddos. Looks like you found your dad's anime stash. Welcome back. It's going to be a good one. With me in the studio this week, who, even though he's completely dark, it is Sai. And Piccolo.
Yep.
And then we also have the Chemical Brothers, Athgeek, and Mark.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
The two winners of the last quiz shows.
Can you guys hear each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Through my stuff.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't wear headphones right now.
Oh yeah, no, I don't hear anything but you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we don't hear anything else. So you're good.
You're good, Sai.
If I start snoring, just mute me.
What is going on
Right.
here? You just go to bed.
No, I'm not tired. I'm like my face is hurting.
You probably got punched again.
Did you?
But that's what happens when you live such a eventful life.
Yep.
Speaking of eventful, do you know what's a crazy event?
What's that?
When we watch an isekai, we barely we barely watch for a month, so it's pretty crazy when we get to do one.
There hasn't been many.
We are actually watching an isekai called KonoSuba, God's Blessing in This Wonderful World, and boy, does it have a premise which has caught me off guard. Didn't see it coming. Get this, guys. A young man dies, but he gets reborn in another world. Here's the twist. Keeps all his memories from his old life.
A similar, I guess the twist is because that happened in Jobless
98% of anime.
Yeah, this one I guess the only main difference. This one he chooses because he can get reborn and go back to Earth or other planets, or he can go to this fantasy world. And if he chooses the fantasy world, he gets to retain all his memories and take one thing with him.
I mean, Aqua was very pushy about it too. Like, you want to do this, right? You want to do this? You want to do this, right?
Yeah, so, it seemed like one of those like MLM schemes where like she's getting paid a percentage if she can send more people to the world that she said is dying out.
Yeah.
So our young man, Kazuma, who I'm pretty sure Sai checked out in the very first episode when he heard the main character's name, because they're like, "Oh, Kazuma, that's like a guy from Tekken. They should have named him Guile because I love Street Fighter." But Kazuma dies because he sees a young lady about to get hit by a tractor, and he has a heart attack and dies and poops himself.
Yep.
He thought it was like the glare of the sun. He thought it was like a car or a truck or something. He didn't see the tractor or whatever.
Yeah. He'd gone to pick up the new MMO. Of course, he lives at home. He's still in school, but he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a life. He doesn't have friends.
Full on neat.
Because he slides in this new world pretty well for someone who's apparently so socially inept. But he goes to pick up his new MMO. He dies, and then Aqua says, "Hey, you could either be reincarnated, or you could go to this special world that nobody wants to go to, and you can keep all your memories, and it's going to be great, and you can bring one thing from life with you." So what's he pick, Athgeek?
He picks Aqua because she was being a total biatch.
Yeah.
So he was like,
Yeah.
"You want to be like that? Say less."
Like, all right, you come with it. It was because it was supposed to be like a weapon or like armor or like something to help you. Like, and he's like, "No, I'm taking you because you're annoying."
Yeah, you want to act like this? If she was just chilling out, not making fun of him,
That was like the best revenge you could do in that moment. Especially when that other goddess just comes down and is just like, "Yeah, no, you're a thing."
It's cool. We'll go.
You said pick a thing, so
it's interesting that you would call her a bitch because
I didn't say that actually.
You could call her a biatch, but
I didn't finish it. But
they use a lot of harsh language like that throughout.
They
the
do.
series
They do.
that I did not expect. He calls all of his companions bitches all the time.
yeah.
You know
Yeah, so I made the mistake of accidentally
turns.
because I was supposed to watch it, so I ended up watching the first couple episodes of the new one that just started, the explosion one.
Megumi.
Yeah, very different feel in that one.
It is a much better feel.
Should I check that out? Because I wasn't too enthralled to keep going after I watched.
I mean, I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't.
No,
I won't then.
It's better, but like it's still not that great. Like 2 seasons of this show, like I'll never watch this movie, but 2 seasons of this show was a struggle.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was, bro. I didn't even finish the second season. Like I'm 9 episodes in. I'm where they're at her little town where all her followers are.
Oh yeah.
I was dreading.
Yeah.
I was messaging Mark and I was telling him, I don't know if I can make it through this. I don't know if I can make it through this, bro. This is so.
Hey, don't worry.
bad.
Season 3 is gonna come out this year, so you got that to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the first 3 episodes like I always do. I'm gonna like, yeah, all right. But I can do 3 episodes. I can't do like 20 episodes of an anime I don't like.
I don't know
if I
the
liked
movie.
it, I would have been all good.
Did anyone watch the movie?
He just doesn't like it because no one was acting like they loved each other.
That's not true at all because I love Isekais. And that it was just a bad Isekai.
Wonderful time for you to be alive. Do you like harem anime?
Harem anime? Yeah, depending on how they do it.
Because that's what this was.
This was not just
in a really weird way.
Anime. Yeah. But like it's like I'm fine with the harem. I'm fine with the fan service. Where was the story going?
I haven't watched a lot of isekais. Like it's probably one of the genres I've watched. Actually, I'd say slice of life is what I've watched the least. But isekai is probably the next one up there. And this is definitely one of the worst isekais I've seen. But it's what I messaged you about. I was like, there's no villain. Like they keep saying this demon king or devil king or
what
whatever.
Do you mean there's no villain?
The demon king is literally chilling. They literally said it. He's chilling. He's in his barrier. He's not really mess with nobody. He's chilling. He's cool.
They fought 2 enemies. Don't you remember?
Who?
They're all such a joke.
Generals?
The dude
talking about the
who
demon
rolls his
king
head
general?
under the girl's skirt. And
but that's only because they were provoking him. He was like, "I'm trying to leave y'all alone,"
which was weird.
But you keep blowing my house up.
That guy was weird as a character because he's super offended that darkness is like being all perverted, and he's like panicking that people are gonna think something weird about him. And then it literally after he's dead and showing that he's just rolling his head to look up at the skirts. Like, what? That's you.
No, what you have to keep in mind is there's no continuity in this series.
Yeah, not at all.
There's nothing.
So it doesn't matter. It's like Darkwing Duck, but bad.
The thing that was tripping me out though is going from episode to episode. Some episodes like they would literally end it on something, and then they would contradict themselves, like you were saying, with no continuity. And that was like literally triggering me because it was like, oh, Aqua did this, and then the next episode they don't say anything about somebody else is taking the blame. So it just falls on somebody else. It falls on Kazuma or somebody else. I'm like, all right, well, y'all weren't gonna explain that. Y'all didn't feel the need to explain that. We're just gonna jump from this to this. Okay, cool.
I have no idea what you're talking about right there.
Well, I'm saying there's different parts, like different episodes. Like I was still watching it today. That's why I'm going based on like there was episodes there. The last episode contradicted the next episode, which didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm very confused on what exactly they're trying to stop. Because it seems like the Demon King isn't doing anything. It's like all these generals doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
And
the generals even said they want to leave. Like we've met 3 generals, and none of the 3 generals really cared.
And
about
how
the
is
Demon
it
King.
all of their jobs is maintaining the barrier?
No.
Yeah.
How can that?
So this is it's a parody. Some call it a lampoon, a send up. Your demon lord is Ainz Elgun from Overlord. Okay, that's the joke. He's that kind of character. It's not a good joke, obviously. But that's the joke. There's not a lot of good jokes in this.
There's not. It was supposed to be funny. Like that's why I said before. One of my homies loves this series. He talks about it all the time. I'm like, all right, cool. So maybe it's actually pretty good. He talks about it. I was watching. I was like, I'm not laughing. It's supposed to be a comedy, but it's not funny.
It's forced
That's
humor.
exactly how I feel about Mashal.
What?
Mashal?
So we're comparing a bad anime to a good one.
What? No. I've never seen Mashal.
Mashal is just it's similar to one. It's a new anime this season that's basically very similar to One Punch Man.
Oh yeah, that. Well, okay, yeah.
We're comparing 3 bad anime.
That's okay. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. I don't think Mashal's bad, but at least Mashal like the fight
is not funny. Where is it funny?
Well, I didn't say funny. I said it's not bad. At least I was about to say at least like the person being strong. In Isekai, where it's not funny, they have no plot, and the main character is weak.
Isekais aren't funny though.
Well, where are we going with this?
Overlord had some decent humor parts.
Yeah, like Isekais are supposed to be funny. This one isn't supposed to be funny.
Is what I'm saying.
This one was supposed to be funny.
Well, yeah, but like,
It's a pretty wide genre to say there's no comedy. It's not comedy.
But it's supposed to be funny, is what I'm saying. It's supposed to be funny.
This anime was clearly this anime was making an attempt to be funny. Like it wasn't like I agree with Sai. Like there's definitely like Isekai's not a traditional like humorish genre, but this anime was clearly trying to like make jokes that they thought would be funny. And it just
were funny.
It just didn't land.
That's exactly how I feel about Mashal, though.
Like, I mean, you keep talking about Mashal. Are we talking about Mashal or are we talking about KonoSuba?
Yeah, stop talking about anime.
Yeah, I haven't seen Mashal.
We're talking about KonoSuba.
Like I don't know, the skill system, and like we've seen that in similar isekais, like with like skills or like
same way as Grimgar did it.
Yeah. So like that was fine. Like that wasn't like that big of a deal or whatever. Like how they train in skills or whatever. There's just so much like random confusion. Like I don't quite understand how like the other people coming in from the world, like why is this? It's like a noob adventuring town. Like they keep talking about how this is the beginning town and you're supposed to leave at like level 30 or whatever. But they have like the most ridiculously hard quests that are like world enders.
Yep. But also a lot of the quests that they're more difficult because Aqua's there. They've made that known.
Yeah, like the undead stuff. Yeah, but I think to me that was like it felt like cheesy. Was like they'd get like a episode where they'd be like, "Oh, we have to just go investigate these ruins," and I'd be like, "All right, whatever." And then they'd go back, turn in the mission, and they'd get another mission to be like, "Yeah, you have to go back to the ruins because we discovered a secret passage now, so you got to go back there." Literally in the next episode to go back there again. Like they just repeated so much stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's just because they didn't have enough. They haven't done enough world building, even though they could expand the world. They haven't done enough world building, so they have to kind of like go back over the same things over there. Like, okay, well, what else can we do? We've already done this, but we'll just do it again. Why not?
Yeah. And how many times is he allowed to die?
That is another thing. No one. I'm like, is anybody else allowed to die and do this? Because it's like he's supposed to die and go somewhere else, and they keep breaking the rules. Obviously, the rules,
right? Yeah, because Aqua's technically her boss or something, so she was like, just whatever, bend the rules because I said you could.
But we're not. Well, I think it's just like what's called a senior, like not really like the boss. Like
I get like resurrection magic is a thing, but that seems like a caveat to not tell someone is like, oh hey, by the way, if you go to this specific world, they have resurrection magic, but you can't come back because you came from a different world. Like, what?
But the resurrection, they don't exploit that. If you have resurrection magic, at least exploit it. Like they'll be like, oh, what do we do in these situations?
We can do whatever the hell we want because as long as this person survives, we can all come back.
Yeah, they're like, oh, like that when he had the collar on and they were all like, oh my god, what do we do?
What do we do?
Blah, blah.
Yeah,
and let him die.
And then they put it on him so he dies in 4 days anyway. And I'm like, why didn't you just do that the first time? Be like, whatever, see you in 4 days. What does it matter? Because at this point, he already had died by that point and got brought back. So it's not like they thought he couldn't come back at that point.
You're trying so hard to just paste these steadfast rules when nothing matters.
Yeah, there was no everything jumped.
Literally, would you be shocked if at the end of one episode Darkness died and in the next episode she was back and they didn't even mention it?
No, I wouldn't. I
know, I would.
Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Like-
I feel like you guys wanted something that this show wasn't bringing. That they clearly was like, this isn't going to be that.
Right, and Sai's 100% right. You guys are trying to make it a little more serious than it is. You're trying to.
I wasn't trying to make it serious. I just want to make it interesting. I was like, to me, it wasn't interesting.
I don't think it was interesting, but it plays pretty fast and loose with the rules. The rules, it's making as it goes. It's also breaking as it goes. It's like a rubber band reality.
Yeah, it's definitely a hodgepodge of.
And I'm looking at the tags right now. Y'all said it wasn't a comedy. It is. In the categories where you look it up, it says it's supposed to be a comedy. It wasn't funny. So how
many comedies are funny though?
What do you mean? I feel like a lot of comedies are funny.
I mean, man,
not Japanese comedy. Like that's a different style of comedy.
It is a different humor base. It is a different humor base.
Yes, but I'm saying
style of comedy for a different culture.
I mean, rom-coms are literally romance comedies, and I usually find them pretty entertaining and interesting while I have laughing. Like it's not.
What? I've only seen one rom-com that was actually.
Well, you hate rom-coms, so that's the biased opinion.
I'm saying that's why. Like, I've seen one that was funny. I've seen plenty of them because y'all forced me to watch them.
What was the funny one?
Love is War.
Love is War.
That sounds hilarious. I have not seen that.
Love is War is actually one of the ones I think is less funny out of all the funny like rom-coms. Like
I do agree with Sai though. Like it is a different humor. Like Japan does have different different humor like mentality, and so I don't know if the what do you call it, like what's the word, him being all creepy, pervy, I guess pervy.
Okay, yeah, that's what I don't understand why the Japanese sense of humor revolves around sexual assault.
Yeah, they do joke around about sexual assault. You see that in a lot of animes, it's not even non-comedies. It's just like
isn't Megumin like
rape's a big deal. It's like, why?
Isn't Megumin like he's clearly like 16 or 17 at most, right?
Who?
Megumin's a demon.
The main character.
No, he's an adult. He was.
I thought he was in high school.
No, he was a college student, and now he's drinking because he's an adult. Because
I thought he was in high school though.
Megumin is the only one that's a younger, and they don't let her drink because they were like, "You're young."
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
Okay, so maybe.
But now she's
of age. He was in high school.
In season 1, she wasn't of age. Season 2, she was of age. Remember, her rival came, and her rival was was drinking. They were like, "Let's have a drinking contest."
Yeah. Which really, like, again, I don't know if it's just supposed to be like like making fun of like isekai people being overpowered. How the most powerful mage that's ever existed only uses one spell.
Yeah, but it's a joke magic. One of the most powerful wizards, uses joke magic.
Magic, yeah. Which,
to be fair, I mean, if you only used one spell, you'd be really good at it.
But if that one spell drains you.
So I found this out too because I was just reading like Crunchyroll because I you guys know this. I always read like some of the comments. I try to find like ever since we had to watch.
She used it and she clearly didn't pass out afterwards.
Yeah, she says something how she puts all her.
What are we talking about, Megami?
No, the person who she saw use.
That's an explosion. That's in the other series, and we don't know that because remember it does a cutscene.
We saw it in season 2, I believe.
You see that? You do? It must have been on a later episode because I didn't see it.
The only person I remember using an explosion that wasn't Megumin was the Lich who copies the spell.
Yeah, nobody. No. I don't remember her. I don't remember the other lady being in it.
It was like a flashback, I believe.
Yeah, that's the flashback, but like she doesn't use it like in a current sense. But Sai's right, like when they do the flashback, she uses the spell and then talks to Megumin as a kid after, and
she like carries Megumin home or something, doesn't she?
I just remember that being. I think you're mixing up that one. I don't remember that flashback.
Talking about
Explosion. Explosion, they do that.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I think
that.
besides point, like
Paralyzed motion.
she does not pass out, so maybe she can get to that point. But I found something about why darkness can't hit anything, and apparently the anime doesn't cover it. The
She's
light
clumsy.
the light novel actually gives the actual reason. It's because I guess in the light novel they ask her what her skills are in, and she hasn't put a single point into any sword skills, so she just misses because she has no skills in swords in sword play.
And that's another thing that's annoying. I mean, yeah, I get it's supposed to be funny, like how Aqua doesn't have, like, she's not using leveling up or actually using her skill points properly.
She uses them all on party tricks.
Yeah.
And then
She knows what she likes.
yeah, and then the guy said her stats didn't go up because her intelligence was too low.
Yeah, her intelligence is real. That's what they were like. They were like, you can do anything. You have the high, you have the power, the magic, the strength, everything. It's just you have the intelligence of a
Like
child.
you'll never really learn more than what you currently know because
You're not smart enough. You have the power to. If you were just smarter, you could be the greatest person ever. But you're just an idiot.
Yeah, and then his thing was they told him to be a merchant because his luck was crazy high, which apparently translates to whenever he steals something, he just steals
Panties.
underwear.
Well, yeah, but that one makes sense because they say you're the luckiest. He's a pervert. That one actually.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that like,
and
yeah,
he can get what he wants.
Yeah, I will say that's probably one of the only funnier moments is when
they're still in high school DxD jokes.
Yeah, when he's like consistently using it and he keeps grabbing it and he's like, I thought this was supposed to be random.
But his luck's maxed out. So I mean, hey. Just like how when they were doing rock, paper, scissors, he wins.
Why did he have a attack and poop himself?
Well, yeah, also true. Yeah, and it is kind of funny though that they all get the same spiel because we see two other people from the human world that came to Japan about getting the same spiel about defeating the Devil King. And the one dude's just that dude with that sword.
He sold his sword off.
Yeah, he stole his sword and then sold it. And then the other guy is like that scientist who can create anything out of thin air. Who ends up creating the Destructor.
What would y'all have picked as your one item if you got reincarnated like that? And they were like, you can have one item.
The Demon King's throne.
I mean, if that's within the rules, I don't know how that works. I feel like you're supposed to defeat the Demon King.
I don't know. I guess if my goal, like, if I'm being told like your goal is to defeat the Devil King, then I guess I'd probably just say like the inherent power to defeat him and figure out what they want to give me it. Because like the one dude, like, because she clearly gives them cards. I'm guessing she did that for the rest of them too. And the one dude picked a sword. That other dude clearly didn't pick a card. He clearly just told her, "I want the ability." I want the ability to create anything that I want.
But she can bring the cards out until like the third time she asks.
Kazuma.
Yeah, she kept asking him.
So like it seems like you can literally just say like, "I want the power to do this," and like they'll just give it to you. So I'd be like, "All right, just give me the power to defeat him." Like, I don't know, you figure it out.
I personally would bring Sai because if I have to deal with this shit, so does he.
That's fine.
But together we got it.
I'd ask for Agumon.
That's a good call.
That is a good one.
That's a bad one.
Would you stop it?
What would you take?
What would I take? I don't know. I'd probably be like the sword.
That new Digimon's from 2020. It's brand new.
Yeah, I'm not watching Digimon
this year.
I'm not watching. They could be a brand new Digimon in 2023, and I'd be like, I'm reviewing.
Digimon Ghost Game finished this year.
Yeah, I'm not reviewing it. I would review every single thing else. I would look at that, and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and chalk that off. That's not worth my time.
But he said Bakugan was better than Digimon.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Why would you say such blasphemous things?
Did you even watch Digimon?
Did you watch Bakugan? Yes. Like, did you play the game? You throw it right there on the card, boom. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh, but mixed with other stuff, bro.
But bad.
But better than Digimon. Digimon's just a wannabe Pokemon that didn't work out.
Digimon came out first.
Yeah, but it's not good.
First.
It did.
It was a failed experiment.
No, it wasn't.
How did it fail?
They're still
what is
making
your
them.
metrics for success?
Name one good Digimon game as well. Like Digimon can't even produce a
What?
good game either.
Digimon World.
Yeah, Digimon
Garbage.
World 3.
Have you played it?
Garbage.
No.
It's not garbage. Okay, yeah. What's your favorite anime, Athgeek?
What's my favorite
Tell you,
anime?
man.
Haikyuu.
Haikyuu. What's your favorite Haikyuu game?
What my favorite?
Yeah.
What? Haikyuu doesn't make game. Digimon makes games. That's the
Haikyuu
difference.
does make
metric,
games.
right? It has to have a good video game
Like-
based on it, or it's not good.
I'm pretty sure Haikyuu did make a game.
It doesn't have.
They're
an
probably
act-
something for
Yeah,
it.
like it's not like by them. Like they had a game. There might be like a mobile game that somebody used to just try to get their brand out. But I'm talking like actual game. Like, but other news, the
Who told you
Celtics just
Digimon-
won and advanced to the
Digimon
next
World
round.
What? What'd you say?
So the Celtics just won and advanced to the next round, so I can turn this game off now and give y'all my full, undivided attention.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so you can now admit you love Digimon. Yeah, that's fine.
What's Digimon? Never heard of this. Sounds
I don't
like
have
something
any-
mid. I mean, the first Digimon, the original Digimon was good. Everything after that was garbage.
What
No.
about season 2?
Hmm?
Still no. You know this is a remake of the first one.
They probably messed it up too.
They did. It's
See,
tough, man. But
he says so.
it's just you know what? It's hard for me to view it with fresh eyes. All right, it's not what I'm used to, and I am very old. I'm very set in my ways. My bones creak. So if
That's
they
unfortunate.
change something I like, it's hard for me to get behind it. But I'm trying.
As long as you're trying.
Trying to get into these new voices, but they're not the same voices, which is tough because they're still making Digimon Adventure content with the old voices, so it's a little confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This
we all
sounds
agree we
bad.
love Digimon,
Right.
No
Yeah,
one
so-
loves KonoSuba, but go on. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, it was a struggle to watch.
We're talking about a lot of missed jokes. I think the only thing that made me laugh all throughout it was in the last episode when he was talking to Aqua when he thought he was about to die, and he's like, I just wanted to let you know all those nights when we were laying next to
he
each
was
other
masturbating.
in the barn. I tried really hard to get turned on by you, but I just couldn't.
Yeah. That
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he
But she-
touched her head
because-
and everything.
Yeah, because every time he's being pervy, she always keeps trying to get him to be like,
Perfect.
what pervy thing are you gonna do to me? And he's like, nothing.
That's
He's
pretty
not
crazy
even
though,
crazy.
because he was. Well, yes, he is. He was
What did he do
masturbating right
crazy
beside
stuff?
her. He was literally masturbating beside her. As
Yeah, but
she
he was
slept.
thinking
tried
about the
to.
horse. So speaking of that last episode, like we were talking about Japanese comedy revolving around sexual assault. Most of the time, it's just something that happens in that. They didn't need to build a
Right.
whole episode around it, but they did.
They did.
They did. And if you remember when they got a couple episodes before that, when they were drinking because they earned a lot of money again, and they're like dancing and drinking. Like a lot of the guys are like trying to mess with the girls over there too, trying to fill them up. The girls are like hitting them down, like the ones
That's
that
not
work at the
Kazuma.
guild. I didn't say it was. What are you talking about? I said we're talking
I
about
asked
sexual
how
assault.
Kazuma was.
What do you
Crazy.
mean how Cosmo? Have you heard him speak? He literally talks about like perverted things all the time. He
Really?
literally says he
Cosmo's not
sees them as
perverted.
only boobs. What are
That's
you
not
talking about,
pervy.
Si?
That's being real.
What?
It
All
could
right, I'm
be-
not.
they-
I'm not doing. I'm not doing this.
All right,
Like, if
listen.
that's
You
how
got it. You
see
got it.
It's not
Listen,
perverted.
I'm with you. I understand what you're saying, but like, you can be real and be perverted.
Yeah, you can be. Yeah, you can just like you're a real. He's being real, but he's just a pervert about it. Like,
yeah, like you don't only see.
He's
That's
spot-
not being
he's-
real. You only see them as boobs. That's all you see. You don't see them for anything else.
if
that's
they have shitty personalities like they do, probably.
But he sees every single person, like even
He
the
does.
one, even if
He
the
does,
goddess
yeah.
that's nice to him,
they went to
she
the
has
mix.
an amazing personality, and he still sees her as boobs.
Yeah, he went to
Even
the
the
mixed.
undead girl
He
who
went to
wants
the
to
mixed
stop.
bath on purpose and stared at people in the bath he went to the mixed bath on purpose so he could stare at women.
I don't remember that.
And then and the woman literally said, "Can you stop staring at me?" And he's like, "What's the problem? I'm just staring here. I'm just staring in this direction." He's just staring at her, and then she felt uncomfortable and got up and left.
Yeah,
I would too.
I don't remember that part.
That's when they're at the
hot
Aqua's,
spring.
in Aqua's little city or whatever.
And then and they start talking about him and like making perverted comments, and they realize he's been spying on him. He's been trying to spy on him through the fence.
No, that's because they were shitty people.
That like still doesn't negate you being a pervert, though.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't.
If I like murder a shitty person, it doesn't not make me a murderer. Like I
Shitty
still
people are
kill
still
the guy.
Look, we're not here to argue about whether people are people or not. We're just here to say Kazuma was not a great guy.
I never said he was great.
He's not the hero we're all making him out to be.
No,
of course, we're talking about Kazuma,
but
from
it seems like
this anime, not from Tekken. He has his own issues.
Yeah. So season 3 is coming out, so I'm guessing we're gonna fight one more general or something.
We're probably gonna run into. It's funny because Megumi's little the one that taught her explosion magic and everything. She's one of the generals. And I'm sure that's gonna be awkward.
Oh, the girl that she saw her use the explosion spell. Is that the same person?
Yeah.
I like the way you describe it as that's gonna be awkward.
It is gonna be awkward. How is it not gonna be like?
It is gonna be awkward, but I feel like it's gonna be more than awkward.
Yeah, like hey, you taught me explosion magic. You're also an evil. It's hard for me to say evil too because outside of the one guy poisoning the hot springs to like make the town kind of go bankrupt or whatever. The first general
attacked the village.
Yeah, and he killed the one guy, but like the first dude only attacks them because Megumin is casting an explosion on his castle every day.
Yes.
And he gets sick of it. And the second guy was just making dolls at random to clear out the dungeon, and he didn't realize that the dungeon had already been cleared. Yeah, and so the dolls were just escaping out of the cave because all the monsters are gone already, and he just kept making them.
And then he's a good guy now. He's good. And then you have the witch or whatever. Witch, whatever she is. Yeah, and then so like the 3 generals we've met so far, they're all chill.
Only the slime guy is out of the 4 generals that we saw. I'd only consider the slime guy as like actually trying to do something evil.
Yeah, we said that chick. She's not bad.
He said only the slime guy.
What's wrong with the chick? She's not. She's literally just maintaining the barrier and chilling.
No, not that chick. The chick that attacks their village. Megumin's village?
In Explosion?
No. In KonoSuba 2.
I don't remember this in KonoSuba 2.
Josh, you got anything?
I only watched the first season.
Oh.
What? I had to watch both, and all you did was watch one. I had to sit through that torture.
I watched all of them.
Why are you acting so surprised?
I watched all of it too. I watched all 2 sides. When did their village get attacked?
I don't recall their
village. It's at like the end of season 2.
Nobody made it there but you.
The end of season 2 is the hot spring, though. That's like 4 episodes of a hot spring.
That sounds right, though.
No. Whenever they're whenever you see Megumin's dad and her mom,
I do not remember this at all.
Is that the Chimera chick?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a chick at the same time. They say that's a male, female, because I don't know. I know who he's talking.
But you still know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one where Kazuma had that funny scene where she was like trying to abduct Kazuma and everything, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, like let her have me, she's gonna take me." But then he felt something poking at his butt and realized she has a penis, not a vagina. So he was like, "I don't want to do this anymore."
Yeah, I must have fallen asleep during that episode.
Yeah.
Because I did fall asleep during a few parts that's watching it while I was working, but you both clarified it, so I'm just gonna assume you guys are both.
No, you should watch that episode.
No, I'm really good. I'm ever going back to this thing. Okay, so we see 5 people then. So we see 5 generals.
I believe so.
Yes,
Okay,
that sounds right.
Okay, so 5 generals.
Technically 6.
Well,
but we only know
yeah.
5 of them are.
Right, yeah. And then so 2 of them are doing something evil, and they're all maintaining a barrier.
No, only 2 of them were.
What?
I thought it was
only 2 that was actually maintaining it. That said they were maintaining it.
Yeah, 2 said they were maintaining it, and that was the 2 we've seen. Those 2 that are still alive right now. The first person that died, he wasn't known to be maintaining it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what any of the rules are besides those 2 then.
Yeah. And apparently Megumi's teacher that's a general is also a goddess like Aqua that somehow got ended up there as well. So I don't know how that works.
Someone else did the same thing maybe and picked to take the god with them.
Probably the Devil King.
Maybe.
Maybe the devil king.
And that's why she works for him. Yeah, that could
that would make sense. The Devil King's just a guy who came to the world normally and decided to take it over.
But yeah, I better say, but yeah, I guess. But why would they give him something to take with him though? If he just came normally, that's my only thing. So like, if he's getting reincarnated to another world,
maybe that was just like maybe that was just like the thing of the world. Like, hey, if you choose to go to this world because it's like the least attractive, we'll let you take something with you as a way to make ends meet and like not be destitute. And maybe he just picked something crazy evil or some powerful thing and decided just to take over.
Or her.
Or her. And then I'm guessing just got bored at some point. Because the barrier seems like it's by choice. Like it's his barrier to keep everyone out.
Yeah, so he can chill.
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be. It's something like that where
it's going to be another neat person.
Lucked into being the Demon King, and now he just wants to be left alone. That's it. You guys cracked it wide open. You guys should have wrote the light novels.
I'm sure the light novels probably, if we read them all, we'd be like, yep, that was it. We were right. But I don't have much else to say about.
I have nothing else to say about this one.
Side?
It's probably gonna be a super short episode because I don't know.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't have much to say about it. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was like A tier. It was. I found it enjoyable. Like it was an easy watch.
Oh yeah, I can see how you can find it enjoyable. I'm all for saying like enjoy anime and enjoy what it is. But I'm saying this was more of I probably wouldn't be so harsh on it if I didn't watch so much of it. Like if I would have just watched the first 3 episodes, I'm like, okay, it's cool for a certain audience. Like if you like this, you like this. For me personally though, I don't want to watch this.
Well, Sai has a more absurdist sense of humor.
I kind of do actually.
It's true, he does.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not arguing with you there.
Anime is subjective. I mean,
it is 100%.
We can rate things based on how we see them, but I mean, like, there's going to be plenty of times where, like Sai said, Sai probably enjoyed this more than the rest of us did.
I wouldn't say it was like it's not breaking my top 10 for sure, but.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
but it wasn't a painful watch. Like you wouldn't mind. Like you didn't. Like, it wasn't bad. It was enjoyable. I
started watching it. I had watched it before it. We got it on the thing, and I had started watching it a few days ago just to kind of refresh myself. But then I started having like problems, so I couldn't really stay up to watch it. So I just didn't finish it. But I mean, like I thought it was a very like y'all were poking fun at it, but I found that for an isekai, it was really like I felt like it kind of really was a parody though.
Yeah, it was definitely a parody.
It is definitely a parody. That's one of the categories in it. It says parody.
Really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a parody.
That.
That's what he said earlier.
I joking.
I definitely appreciate the fact that it's not trying to be another serious isekai. There's no more room for that. There's not. We ran out of room for serious isekai several years ago, and they keep shoving them into that file folder. It's bursted.
Yeah,
that's
also kind of why, like, I kind of was like, oh man, like, I can get behind this because,
again, a lot of it comes down to what you like.
Recently, I've been into those more than like the serious isekais because, like, I got a cheat skill show that's coming out. I can watch that.
Yeah.
It's bad, but I can watch that.
Yeah.
'Cause it
It's
knows
all
it's
about
I enjoyed
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about like what you like. Like for me, like I get so little time to like sit and watch something. Like I usually will watch stuff like while I'm working or like my kids at school. So like for me, since I have like a limited time that I can watch stuff, like I want plot. Like I want development. Like those are the things that I look for. That's just because I have so little time. I want to get invested with the little time that I have. So that's why something like this as a parody doesn't really appeal to me because it's not, to me, I'm like, man, I wasted my time. I would have rather watched
Yep.
something I knew I would have enjoyed more.
I can feel that too.
But again, like Sai said, Sai likes that kind of stuff. So like Sai is going to enjoy it more.
Yeah, it has its audience, and more power to its audience. We're just not its target audience. I mean, it has multiple seasons. It's about to get a season 3. It also has a spinoff, so it's obviously doing well.
It's obviously popular. Like it got renewed like years after season 2 ended, and that new one just started.
Popular.
So.
Yeah, like
it's
on
crazy
Anime
popular.
Planet, it's ranked 662 right now at all animes.
Yeah,
So-
it's very
Like,
much
for a
higher up on the
while,
isekai
The debate
list.
about waifus was literally darkness or
Yeah,
Aqua.
it's a huge.
the
How could you like Aqua? Out of all the characters, Aqua is like the least likable.
They do make a point of making her not likable at all.
Yeah, she's not
There's
likable
something attractive
whatsoever.
about that.
Well, yeah.
What is?
I don't know.
Uh,
Some people. Look, I can't explain it.
All right. Do you want me to do ratings?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to start at high or low?
Pull up a wheel.
Yeah.
will
Sai, do
determine-
you want to go first, Sai?
no.
You want to end on a high note?
I'll
Yeah,
go
let's-
first. Like we talked about, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is another one where someone's going to mention it in a year, and I'm not going to remember I watched it. This is, I appreciate it. Try to do something different, but it's pretty bland. I mean, for me, it's like a C-.
Yeah. Athgeek.
Yeah, I have it in C tier. I think it ranks about like but I probably have it in middle C tier, 7.4, 7.5 ish.
Yeah. I'm with Josh. C-.
Let's not bring any numbers into this. It gets confusing enough.
Well, that's how I do it. That's how you do it. Like,
Not here. You don't.
Your C tier might be different than my C tier. Your C tier might be like a 6, but my C tier, I'm like, I want to make sure it's a 7.
Don't throw math at us.
Yeah.
We have problems with that. We've had
7.4,
problems with that in the
7.5.
past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you say?
I'll say a B plus.
Now I need to know what defines a B plus. Like what number? Where would you put it?
For me, it's like a 8-ish.
Yeah. For me, a B plus would be like something like 8.8 or.
Yeah, I would say
like-
higher 8's
Or
almost
that.
9 is B plus for me. That's all I was wondering.
Well,
Almost a 9.
A S minus is a 9.
Oh, I have A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have
okay.
that as A.
I see how you're doing.
Yeah. I just have S as 9.5 to 10.
Yeah. All right. So overall, that's like a C, like a C plus, somewhere around there.
So we're all about the same when you bring that's why I wanted to bring the
It's pretty
numbers
close.
in. But Josh doesn't like numbers.
No.
Don't ever say a number to me.
Don't do that. There we go.
I graduated high school like 40 years ago, dude.
Yeah. All right. Before I spin, does anyone have anything that they have heard or watched that they want to get added on?
And
Magical Destroyers.
Magical Destroyer is actually interesting.
It is.
Okay.
Oshinoko.
Oh no.
Yes.
Dude,
I felt that
the
wrong, but I
first
don't care. I'll figure
episode
it out.
is an hour and 20 minutes.
Yep, it's 82
Jesus.
minutes. Exactly.
All right.
82 First
add
episode.
Vampire dies in no time. The
All right. Anything else?
vampire dies in no time.
A vampire dies in no time.
The vampire dies
the
in
vampire
no
dies.
time.
My brother was
And
talking about that today.
Rokudo's Bad Girls.
Vampire
Oh yeah, bro. I like that shit.
and-
Oh, the Rokudos?
What was the one that you just said?
Yeah.
What did you just say? Athgeek?
Rokudo's Bad
It's
Girls.
ugly as hell.
It
but I-
is. Yeah, it is.
Rokudo's what?
Bad
Rokudo's
Girls.
Bad Girls.
Bad girls. Okay. All right.
There's one more. I'm trying to think of the name of it. The hero is dead.
The hero is dead. Oh my god, that's just like KonoSuba.
Shut up.
Oh God! I hope. Please don't land on it then.
No, I'm standing on it
that-
now.
Dead.
It probably will.
What is it?
Yeah,
Dead Mount Dead Play.
Yeah, Dead Mount Death Play. Yeah.
Dead mouth, dead play.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of the new seasonal ones. He's naming a bunch of seasonal ones. That's the only reason I know him. He's naming ones from this season.
You know, give us new ones when we have like 3
That's a
episodes to
reverse
watch.
isekai.
All right, so this
Yeah.
is 124 on the wheel.
We're
All right,
getting
let's
there,
finish.
guys.
So let's see what we get. I'm good. I need an isekai break.
Come
so
on,
let's
Heroes Dead.
Come on, Yu Yu Hakusho again.
Put it on
This
there.
is
Zoids.
season 3.
What does that say, Zoids? Right, yes!
S Scribe.
Oh my god,
Yes!
that's so good!
What is that?
Yes!
I don't actually know.
I don't know what that is.
It's a classic.
Right.
It is a classic. It did.
And let me pull it up so I can do the description stuff.
It landed like just
Okay,
after tsunami was starting to go down.
2001.
Okay, several years after the Great Uprising, a future geological phenomenon in Kanagawa Prefecture. These
Reading
people
the
developed
synopsis won't help.
okay, it's something with. There's an organization and people with missions. That's as much as I can gather.
Okay, so you have people with superpowers who fight.
All right, that's good enough. It's 26
It's not an
episodes, and
isekai.
yeah, came out in 2001.
Yeah,
You
don't
guys are
invite
gonna
me to
love
this
Straight
episode.
Cougar.
And it's
Don't
not an
invite me to
isekai.
this episode.
He's one of my
I
favorite
would-
anime characters of all time.
It's
The main
really
guy?
good.
No,
No.
the main
The
guy's
blue
name is
guy?
Kazuma, isn't it?
The second guy?
The redhead guy.
No, that's the main character, isn't he?
No.
Economy.
Konami. Was it Konami?
I don't know. I just see. I looked it up and that was the first name I saw.
It could be
Well-
Konami. I haven't watched it in a long time. No, it's Kazuma.
All right, that's what we're watching in 2 weeks.
We're exclusively gonna watch animes about people named Kazuma.
Y'all have fun with that one.
Yeah, you act like you're not part of the show now, but
I'm not watching a show in 2001.
Yeah, you are.
oh, you're not?
That's so bad.
Are
That's
you
so
sure?
Old.
Listen,
That's so.
have you ever watched Dragon Ball Z?
I don't go back and rewatch the old ones. I watched it growing up, so I'm already caught up. So I was a little
But you
kid
can
at
watch
the
it
time.
again. You know that. You can watch Dragon Ball Z anytime.
I would not
It's
watch
true,
it
you
again.
can.
I'll just watch Super now, or read Super.
Why would you watch Super? Are you pretending like the animation's better? Because it's not that much better.
Oh no, I just like Dragon Ball Z and it's keeping up. I'm keeping current with it. I just keep, even if it wasn't Super, and it was just Dragon Ball Z and they just kept it Z instead of Super, I'd still be watching it.
My favorite thing about Dragon Ball Super is how lazy they are writing the comics now. Because they're just
They
like, oh, let's just write the movie.
Yeah, they are. But you
That-
know what's
that'll-
you know what's the
that'll
worst
last
part
a
about
year.
it? They have never introduced Broly.
I know.
In the last episode of the last page, they have Broly, and it's like, and it's in the movie him fighting, and it's like, so you just added him from the movie, but y'all didn't add any context
Where
of
the
how
hell did
Broly
he
got
come
it.
from?
Where'd he come? Yeah, exactly. Where'd he come
We
from?
were just fighting Granola last time we saw him.
Yeah,
Black
Uh,
Frieza showed up.
yeah. Black
correct me
Frieza
if
showed
I'm
up, and now
wrong,
Broly.
It's a different like canon, right? Like,
Yeah, that's the problem.
okay.
It's canon.
this
It's
is the
officially
first time
canon
they
because
ever
it's in the
showed
Well,
manga.
no,
the
what I'm
manga.
saying is like the manga canon and the anime canon is different.
Right.
Like, it's
Not-
different universes.
What are you talking about? No, they're not. The manga
Yes,
has
they
followed
are.
the anime. The anime has followed the
I heard
manga. I
they were
mean,
different.
No,
No.
the anime and manga separated with the movies.
yeah, that's the only thing that changed is the movie. Like the movies, they never made the movies canon.
No,
And now,
Broly was canon. Broly and Superhero are both canon.
Mhm.
So that's why the manga separated, because you'd think they would have made a movie about Moro and then a movie about the Granola arc, but instead they made Broly and superheroes, and that's why all this problem is, because like Broly was never introduced in the manga before, and then he's just there.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
it's
there.
because Akira Toriyama isn't the mangaka, so they're letting him do like slightly different stuff.
But even regardless, why would y'all not introduce it? Like, if you wanted to go this arc of
I agree.
like the movie arc, you should have just added it. So I feel like in the anime, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, by the way,
They're
we're just
probably
gonna
do granola.
yeah, we're just gonna yeah." They have well, they already said they're doing the whole moral arc first. So if they're already doing the moral arc, I'm assuming they're doing everything else after that.
Mhm.
We'll see if they do. We'll see what happens.
Do we have a date on that?
Well, super
No,
riveting. But
We don't even have
Josh,
a production start date.
Josh, what are we doing coming up, Josh?
So next week,
Oh,
I can't tell you guys yet, but it is going to be something really good. And then the week after that, we're reviewing Scried, as Sai put it, a classic. It really is.
Nasty.
The animation 100% holds up. Everybody's going to love it.
I have not.
Favorite part about Scried is
I think I've
is
seen a
the
couple
fighting.
episodes, like
What?
back when I was growing up, but I don't think I've ever seen the full thing.
I have Scried action figure. I know that's hard to believe. I don't own a lot of action figures, but I do.
No, I mean
You own a WWE belt.
You got a couple. No, he's got the best WWE belt.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I do.
All Intercontinental title.
It's no new World Heavyweight Championship, but
That's
by
true. It's
side.
not. Talk to you later, man.
All right. So Athgeek, you have another show.
I do.
Yeah, I know.
Are you asking us?
Oh,
So,
I've been on here enough. They know where to find me.
right. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I do want to point out one of my favorite things about hosting a podcast is sometimes you can invite people on as a guest, and then before they know it, they're actually part of the show. And like you don't even like that's how it started.
Yeah, the trick is you just don't tell them. You just keep asking them to come on, and then at a certain point, they just show up every week.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're just gonna show up every Thursday,
and they just feel obligated to do it.
Yeah,
So
like anytime,
anytime
now that we land on a new anime, Athgeek's just gonna be like, oh yeah, I've seen that. I can talk about that. And like we won't have to even invite him on. He'll just volunteer.
Yeah, I can do it with the new anime. Yeah, new anime.
You're gonna love Scried.
This
Scried.
It's new to you.
I was 5 years old when this came out.
And it's new to you, so it's
gonna open
new.
your eyes, and you're gonna be like, "Oh man, maybe I should check out all these old animes." And then you're gonna be like, "Oh man, guys, can we watch Tenchi?" And
how is Crunchyroll giving this a 4.6 out of 5? Is what I want to know.
Because Crunchyroll freaking rates everything like a 4.6 or higher.
So
they do? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, literally, I have not seen an anime on Crunchyroll rated lower than 4.6.
Very positive about all anime.
Yeah, like even like when someone leaves like a negative review, it still is like they're like, this anime's trash. 4.5 stars. Like
100% true.
That's so bad.
It's like it's just Crunchyroll. Like I don't take the ratings as value anymore because everything's rated high.
It's a 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah. I remember watching a few episodes of it. I've never seen the full thing, so I'm looking forward to it because I love that era of anime. So I'm looking forward to it.
There's gonna be some fights. No one's gonna go into a video game.
Thank God.
Be a whole new thing for
as
us.
much as I loved Overlord and the other isekai that we just watched. We've had a lot of isekais lately pulling up, so I'm good on an isekai break.
Isekai break? What's that?
Is where we don't watch isekai for a whole day.
That's crazy.
For me, it's where I watch another sports anime.
You didn't mess me back about Ace of the Diamond? Have you watched Ace of the Diamond?
No, I haven't.
You should watch Ace of the Diamond. That was really good.
I watched part of it, but I've never watched like the full thing. I was gonna watch Eye Shield. I think was what I was gonna go with.
Oh. I haven't watched
Eye Shield. GTO, but whatever.
Yeah, no, I am watching GTO as well.
Currently,
it's literally the next on my list because I have 2 weeks to watch Scried. It's only 26 episodes, so I can actually start GTO this week.
Yeah,
I got nothing to do at work tomorrow. I literally have caught up my work, so I plan on starting. I was like, what do I watch tomorrow? So I'll start GTO tomorrow.
All right, Mark, end the podcast so we can all go to bed.
All right. Well, like Josh said, next week is a secret surprise. Don't worry, Athgeek will be there. And then show up for 2 weeks after that when we read Scried. Again, don't worry, Athgeek will be there. So if you made it this far, you're doing the correct thing. You waited till your parents were almost home. You snuck back in your parents' room. You put the VCR and the VHS tapes back under your parents' bed, sprinkled a little dust on top. But you're going to break it out next week so you can catch us on Thursday for another anime show.
Go off.